Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are able to watch my setup for today. Welcome to a new trading week, and thank you again for the part of my channel and watching my video. Today, I'm not going to analyze much pair, but I will focus on the doge pair and cryptocurrency in which I'm willing to do what? To buy or to sell. But most of the time we do trade based on we trade on most of the US dollar pair, that is most of the currencies that do have something to do with US dollar. And the reason why I opened this DSY is this DSY actually tell us the overall weakness or strength of UX dollar, in which I have been using for a very long period of time. And at the same time, we might have other buyers apart from DXY, but technically, after the fundamental, I often trade towards my own technical setup, which normally work for me perfectly. But whatever your bias is or whatever your view is, just note that we see market in a different way. What I'm seeing might be different from what you are seeing, and what you are seeing might be different from what I'm seeing. But the major aspect, major thing, and my major advice for you is that if you are still looking for free video to master your strategy, or you are watching for YouTube, looking for YouTube video or download PDF to understand how this market work, I will advise you to seek for a mentorship. I'm not advising you to come and apply for mentorship under me. If you see somebody who can teach you, even if it is for free, just seek mentorship before you can trade this financial market perfectly. There are a lot of things you need to understand about this financial market. It's not about fundamental and technical alone. There are a lot of information in which everybody agree with me that we have more than millions of strategy in which we are using to analyze this market, and each one of us has his own suitable strategy that works for him perfectly. But the master of all is technical analysis, but the great grandfather of everything is fundamental analysis. It's simply because fundamental analysis will always scatter your setup. But if you are patient and you understand the market structure, no matter how the fundamentals come out, it will always work according to your technical analysis. And more also, if you look at it from point of view, you will agree with me that both the technical analysis and fundamental analysis, they work in relationship, in which if you understand them, you are going to benefit a lot from both aspect of it. But somebody like me, I don't know how to trade fundamental, but immediately after your own fundamental, I follow my technical analysis. That is why currently I believe that there is a fundamental in the market I'm unable to trade for the past days now, in which I just say, let me just see what actually happened in the market for now. It's not a must for me to trade all the time. I always focus on profitable trade. Now let's pick this DSY from monthly time frame. Like somebody was asking me, what is the relationship between the DXY and the market? And I told him that, well, in as much you have a zero skill regarding this, you still need a lot of things to learn about technical analysis, in which you say, okay, how is he going to learn? I don't force you to come to me to learn it. Just find another mentorship who can teach you perfectly. Now, if you agree with me, now this is DXY on monthly time frame, in which we are looking for this another monthly time frame. We are looking for a monthly candle to close before I can take any decision. But let's follow other approach before I can explain other approach, another method to you. Now, if you are trading technical analysis using area of demand and supply, look at our DSY here. That is, no matter how the price goes up, the price will eventually come down. And if you look at it, this is the major, this is what we call peak formation low on monthly time frame. That is, when the price left this zone, the price has never go back to this supply zone, in which, even though if you look at it on monthly time frame, you will agree with me that here is the kind of other block, because when the price want to drop, e drop, e drop all the way from here down, in which they will meet an last bullish candle as we normally do the interpretation. The last bullish candle is still we are expecting price to go back, in which currently price find it very difficult to react to that zone, and price has not gone to that zone yet. Another approach is this. If you look at it here again now, if you look at this again now, let's check it. Now I'm looking at another approach now, and even though if you look at this information again from point of view here using breakout and retest, we are having here this zone here, price break out from here, price break this zone, and technically after the price breakout, price has not come back to the area of our supply zone, in which you can agree with me. But notwithstanding, if you look at every other setup, you might see different approach. Every other person has a way of analyzing the market. But for somebody like me, in as much price has break this particular trend line, I would like to see price to react to around this zone, around this key level here. Here again, I'm expecting price to come back here as a retest before it can continue. And if you look at it, instead of price to come back, price retest twice here. That is where numbers of people are calling what first touch, second touch here, third touch, then the price goes up again. Now if you look at it, this price again now did another information here. We are having another resistance zone here. We are having another resistance zone here. You can see the way price react to this resistance, in which if you look at it properly, I'm expecting price to fill this particular other block, but price fails to fill it and drop down, in which I can easily call maybe what do you normally call it, trap. Or it might not be trap because I'm not a market maker. They can decide to change the market direction any moment of time. But eventually, if price fall to be fast around this one, here now you can see here, I believe that price will, I'm very very sure that price will break this particular support, because when you switch to lower time frame, you are doing that here happen to be another support level. But in a bigger picture, I call this one as a support level, because from here the candle has been buy. Here is like you want to say, and eventually the buyer finally engulfing here, which make it to be bullish candle based on my own interpretation and understanding information. But now if price manage to break this support and still switch to lower time frame, then definitely price is coming back to here again. We can now say from key level here, we might look for opportunity to do what? To sell whatever cryptocurrency you want to sell, because we need a correction. But eventually, if price finally come back here, then expect DSY to do something like this, go back again, in which all the activity that is happening in crypto markets now, I'm not confused with the move. If I say it is buying, fine, it is buy. If I say it is sell, based on whatever you see on the market. That is why you need to understand technical analysis and don't focus on somebody telling you go and buy this, go and buy that, go and buy this, go and buy that. Actually, this is what I have been paying attention to, this DSY. I want to see the reaction over time in a monthly time frame, weekly time frame, and daily time frame. But in the monthly time frame now, you can see for the past 4 months now, DXY has been selling. If you are together with current month, and current month is still telling us that DXY is selling. And around this zone, switching to lower time frame, you can see that this place is a ranging zone. But if price fails to break here, if price break here, definitely price need to come back to this 79.363, in which I have forecast that price is coming there as a perfect area for the tech, or finally should come back to this 70. And if come back to this 70, you can imagine that Bitcoin can always move from the 23K now to up to $40,000, in which I will still come back to analyze that as well to see my own bias. Now, if you have this now, you can agree now that if you look at all this zone now, it's a ranging zone. Here is a ranging zone. One information we need to understand, all this zone now is a ranging zone. You can see the way price is likely to reverse here and continue going up, but I still pay attention to that particular support in lower time frame. Now, this is monthly time frame. Do we have any other information on weekly time frame? Let's check weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, technically, if you look at it, price still respect everything we analyzed on monthly time frame. You can see price has come back to, even from that ranging zone here, you can mark it, you can see it here clearly. All this zone now, ranging, price has fall back into that ranging zone, in which eventually price is likely to drop down to here to fill all this zone, to fill all this range in them before it can go up or come down here. Anything can happen. But as for me, I will be looking for opportunity to buy some cryptocurrency if price finally break the lower time frame support. I'm coming to the lower time frame support on daily time frame. If you check daily time frame, on daily time frame as well, we have this information. You can see the way the price is still reacting to our chart. But if you look at it here again now, we are having different interpretation. Like those of you that I have teach, I told you that every time frame has its own interpretation. Don't just always focus on 10-minute time frame. I told you are going to scalp. Eventually you might mix the track. But now, if you look at here now, the trend is broken successfully. And here on daily time frame, in as much this trend is broken successfully, we are likely to see a tails. If you look at it, price keep ranging around this zone, and that place can be a trap as well, in which I will focus here. I will focus on, let me delete this one. Focus here around this zone. This area, this is on monthly time frame. This is the area, that small bearish candle we are seeing on monthly time frame. This is the zone here that push the price down, like you want to sell again, people. Now, if eventually, let's assume that this price want to react now, price is at this level of support on lower time frame, on daily time frame. Look at using additional interpretation here now. Let's check this out. If you look at here, we have a trend inside trend again now, in which you can connect from here to here. If you connect this now, you agree with me that price break this trend line. Inside this trend line, we have a lot of trend line inside a trend line. Look at it again now. In which, let me just remove this one, in which you can agree. Let's do it this way. You can see now, inside a trend line, we have a trend line. Price break this. Has this price did has this price did a lot a retest? Fine. No. And if you say it is a retest, that when price break out here, this is the retest, fine, based of on what you see. But if you look at this interpretation again, I will just keep eyes here, that is another trend line there, and I will keep my eyes here again. Let's see what is going to happen now. Now, if you switch to do this lower time, on this lower time frame, every candle on daily time frame don't give for is giving us a lot of consternation. That is, if price want to do a retest now, the price needs to react according to this level now. If price fail to break here, go back here, in which is going to give us a lot of selling opportunity in some cryptocurrency. But at the same time, we need to back up our technical analysis with the fundamental. If you don't know how to study for how to read fundamental, try to sign up of forex market for forexfactory.com. You see how how to you see when some fundamental news is going to come out, like GBP, USD, whatever news. So I'm just analyze the market for this weekly view. I'm not here to do maybe training, but to those of you that I have already teach, you actually understand what I really mean, in a way that even though using technical, some might say that this one is just drawing a line. But those people who understand technical analysis actually know what all this line really means. You cannot draw this one to a professional trader who understand market structure and tells you that you are just drawing line, except you are a novice in this crypto market. Though some people who really understand how to trade fundamental analysis always hate chart because they believe that fundamental analysis is the best, while some people who trade technical analysis always hate fundamental analysis because they know that technical analysis is always the best. Fine, both work in relationship, but the master of all fundamental and technical analysis, you need to how to read them perfectly. Somebody like me, I told you I don't trade fundamental, I only trade technical, in which after the fundamental, I follow my technical setup and see the market direction. This is a daily time frame. Now, if somebody was testing me that he was confused that you don't even know the market direction, I should tell them where this Bitcoin is going. I told them I cannot tell you where the market is going. I have my own bias, like other people have their own bias as well. I might tell you it's buying, eventually it should started selling because you don't actually know. If I tell you say it's going to buy, you don't actually know the exact time I'm going to execute the trade because I have to put a lot of things into consideration before I enter a trade. I don't just place a trade just because everybody is buying, I must buy, everybody is selling, I must also sell. It is a technical analysis, something you learn for. You have to pay daily and pay attention to every activity going on in the market. That is one thing about technical analysis. You might not even understand the fundamental analysis, but in as much you understand technical analysis, you should just set your price like that. Okay, when price go get to this one, I'm looking at. Now, if you look at this DSY and have checked all the fundamental news that has been released for the past day, you understand that price always fundamental always obey the technical analysis. The one major things about fundamental analysis is that e always change the market direction from uptrend to downtrend, from downtrend to uptrend. At times you might be looking for opportunity that okay, when the price get, like for instance now, you might say the price has get to the support here, I'm expecting buy technically, but fundamental will tell you that you are wrong. This is the continuation that the price will keep selling. You just break this support and the price will keep selling. That is the function of analysis. You can see that they have changed the market trend. But to those of you who have teach how to use Fibonacci retracement now, you will agree with me that in this case now, we actually know the area where this price is going. If you are using Fibonacci retracement, you can easily make use of Fibonacci retracement from here to here like this. Now, around this level now is a key support which happen to be around 50% discount price, but around this zone here, I'm expecting, even though if the price you want to do rubbish, I'm expecting DSY to drop down as low as here. Number one, this give me a confirmation to buy any cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, whatever crypto, or based on opportunity. If I see any opportunity, currently price is at key level of support. I didn't dispute that, but we have to wait what the activity is going, how it is actually going to happen at this level of support. We don't know. That is why I'm saying that we should allow the weekly candle or monthly candle to close and see what is going to happen in the nearest future. As it is now, I'm expecting DSY to drop down below here, at least here, before it can pick up again. At least here before it can pick up again. This is what we have on daily time frame. Now, let's check 4 hours. On 4 hours, you can see this sheet is clean. Here on 4 hours, you can see this. Now, like I told you, lower time frame is ranging. We have a key level of support here, but somebody like me, I don't take care as key level. I'm waiting for price to come back to us what at this or 101, or possible I can make it random, maybe 100. Let me change it to 100 or 102. Turning 100 last time. No, I'm not saying 1000. 100. We are saying okay, 100. And what do we have at this 100? You can see it. We have a reference here. Definitely, price will still need to solve from this range. So I'm not waiting out here now. Definitely, price might still come back below here. Very, very, very sure. I'm very, very, very sure. But And very, very sure doesn't mean that you should just start executing your trade. You have to do your own background check before you can take any trade. You can see all this information now on daily 4 hour time frame, in which in 15-minute time frame I will wait for price action and candle confirmation. And when somebody was asking me what do I mean by candle confirmation, as a novice you don't expect somebody like me to start explaining candle confirmations to you. That is why I told you, if you are still using a lot of let me use indicator, let me use whatever to do your own to analyze the market, you have not learned anything at all. You need a mentorship, you need somebody who can guide you. How does this market really work? And if this market really work fine, you don't need to be scared, simply because it's going to favour you. And if it didn't favour you now, later in the nearest future it's going to favour you in a big way. Like what I used to tell people, if you find it very difficult to learn in easy way now, the time is coming, in as much you have interest in trading cryptocurrency or any of a financial market, you will still find it very you will find it very difficult to learn later. So that is one information. We have analyzed DXY. Now, can we quickly go back to Euro USD now? My favorite pair, Euro USD. So those of us who want to trade Euro USD. Now, for numbers of day now, we are expecting Euro USD to drop down, but it fails to drop down. I will just focus on daily time frame on this one, the area of entry, possible entry. Now, this is Euro USD. I have done this analysis before, in which I'm going to, let me pick it from weekly time frame, because I have a lot of things to explain on monthly. Let me just pick it from monthly time frame to make it easy. Now, Euro USD and DSY work in relationship. That is, when Euro USD is buying, DSY will be selling. When DSY is selling, Euro USD will be buying. That is the funny thing about this coin now. Now, on monthly time frame, like I used to tell people, that we use history to trade. We use history compare with present to determine the future market direction. And from point of view now, here is my peak formation. Whatever goes up will eventually come down. Whatever come down will eventually do what? Goes up. Peak formation high, peak formation low. Now, because it is selling doesn't mean we should jump into the selling now. Because it is buying, it doesn't mean we should jump into the buying. There are a lot of things in which you need to put into consideration as a professional trader. If I'm to start now, I can start from this. What really happened from the history? Now we are agree with me that eventually Euro USD is coming to somewhere here. That is, the price normally travel in a cycle. Uh, According to market structure theory, they say that this cycle is that whenever the price goes up, it comes up. Whenever it goes down, it comes up, and it's going to give us some information in which we need to understand. As a matter of from support, we are going to have something like sorry. Now, uh, according to market cycle, say that from the top we are going to have something like this. To those of you who know about how to read BTMM, level one, level two, level three, either extended W or normal W, A, two, three. Again, you can see whatever comes go down, you go up, and whatever go up, you still come down. That is, the market travel in a cycle. And if you check some cryptocurrency that has been done a lot of buy move for the past year, you can see that their price currently is very, 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 very poor. You should now ask yourself that what is the reason why this price fall below this level? As a matter of technical analysis and fundamental analysis, in which I'm not going to explain much about that now. But this is a technical view. From point of view here, I will just start from history monthly. Since price break this kind of move, I'm expecting the price to come back to fill it, which it has not done. And when price finally react to this zone, you can see a lot of move here. Sorry, everybody have a view of technique, how to analyze market. You can see here. And then technically, if you pick here again, you can see here. Technically, support, breakout, retest, in which from this zone, let me zoom it. You can agree with me that here we are now having the structure I'm telling you, just telling you about here. We are having our M here. The neckline is broken. This is the neckline. Maybe a little push up, then sell down. That is market for you. And another thing, if you look at it again, let's use Fibonacci retracement now. Let's plot Fibonacci retracement here from here to here. You can see 62% Fibonacci retracement, price goes up. But I'm still expecting price to come as low as here. But eventually, I'm expecting price to come in. Technically, if you look at it technically, a trend line is broken as a retest. And when a trend line is broken, expect the price to come back to where the trend line started. And it started here based on experience. I'm talking about market experience now. And another information in which you need to pay attention to again now. Look at it, we have done a lot of we have analyzed the market, but can we just check this channel? Okay, let's assume the market is like this. And the market is like this as well again. To those people who know how to trade, what do we call it, an earlier wave, three wave drive, or what do normally we call it, maybe ABC or ABC or whatever earlier wave drive, normally read it maybe something like this. Here, 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 here. This one did a little breakout. This one did a little breakout. But essentially, I'm expecting the price to come back here again, here, again, here, which happen to be what? Here. You can see the way price react to that one. You can see. Now, another beautiful thing about this now is this. You can still find another interpretation. Those of you that know how to trade harmonic pattern, this is where I found my harmonic pattern. Our D level is here now. This is our D, in which I'm expecting price to come back. So yeah, eventually. But now we are printing bigger picture. Let's pick a lower picture. What is really happening on other lower time frame? Do we have any other information on lower time frame that can give us another confirmation? Now we have analyzed the market that now from point of view here, market break this neckline. And one thing you need to understand from here, we expect when price break this structure here, we are likely to expect the price to come back in, but DSY will tell us at the end of the closing candle for this month. The closing candle of this month will tell us a lot of information. Now, if at all price fail to break go above here, let's just keep eyes here. Another level here. We are having key level of support here. No. Then that is a monthly chart. Now let's check something on so monthly chart, long term buy. We are seeing a long term buy on monthly chart. Now let's see weekly chart. Mhm. Weekly chart, weekly chart. Can see something connection here. But the question is that this breakout as the price did this itself. Now we have that on monthly time frame, on weekly time frame. Then what do we have on daily time frame? have this on daily time frame. So choice that okay, price breakout and retest which price is likely to go above here. So we are seeing a long term buy again. I'm still seeing a buy, no any reason to sell for now. I can see a buy, but I'm expecting price to come and fill this, in which I have another key level here. And reason is this, from chart I can see that price break this trend line here. Let's keep on this trend line now. Breakout, retest, go up, in which if this sell is going to be valid now, I'm expecting the price to come back as low as here. If the sell is going to occur from here, if this sell is going to be a valid one, then I'm expecting the sell to move drop down here again, then pick up. There is high probability for that. But in that case, we are marking here as key level of, let me mark it as a resistance zone now. When the market open, we are going to know maybe the price is going to respect those zone or not. But currently, since the price has not exceed this level, we mark it. You can see we mark it, and as we mark it, we will be waiting for price. This price is going to break that level of resistance, in which on lower time frame, the best time to pay attention to this kind of breakout is a lower time frame, so that you will not mix any information. I can see that on bigger time frame as well. This information is similar to what we see on this DXY. It is ranging market, in which you can just connect it. It's ranging market. It's either a break up or a break below. Any of the two is your own trading opportunity from DXY. Now let's check for gold. And as for gold, I have this setup already on gold, and I think the price is going to is expecting it as well. This is what I have using Fibonacci retracement. Let me put daily time frame. I don't need to pay much attention to this on daily time frame now. You can see that on daily time frame, gold has been falling, and now previous day candle is showing rejection again. But essentially, you have to be very patient that if gold must go, then I can easily pay attention to this level here now. This level here, in which it needs to correspond to history all-time high. This is the all-time high. Which if the gold want to fall, it's either I set down to here or go up. But now the information now is this: using technical breakout and retest. Again, if you can see it, let's let's check it together now. Using technical analysis again, let's hit the right setup. Technically, technically, you can see now. Oh, get out. Technically, you agree with me that see as the price break this trend line, in which people may call here with retest, we are expecting say, but instead the price goes up. Now the retest is now on Fibonacci retracement. Boom, breakout is successfully retest around this zone where we are looking for mass selling. That is the where we need to pay attention to fundamental news. And this fundamental news we have to check. Today is 35. We should have a fundamental news this coming week. As either we should have a fundamental news on Friday and probably on Wednesday regarding US dollar. That will give us another insight, the area in which we should expect the market to go. Now we have another preview, another information we need to pay attention to. Let's check at another pair entirely. Apart from USD pair, there are some other pair in which you can trade. If USD pair is giving you a lot of headache, you have to pay attention to a pair like Euro AUD, GBP AUD and GBP JPY, in which I will quickly do an analysis about that. On GBP, let's check Euro AUD, quick one. Euro AUD. This is Euro AUD on daily time frame. And if you know how to plot your charts, technically information number one, we have double bottom here, another resistance level here, price fail to break here. Now let's check another thing again. We have another set setup here, breakout retest. We are expecting the price to sell down to here, sell from here, go up, sell, buy, continue. That was what another thing that give me concern is that Bitcoin will keep buying, but let's see what the fundamental is going to print out for us. I can see sell on this, but now the market has started selling. It doesn't mean you should jump into the sell any moment from now. There are a lot of things which you need to put into the consideration as well. But if you check lower time frame, we are now waiting for price to break that particular support. Let's check 4 hour time frame, and you can see that even with point of view, price will eventually break that support. To those of you who know how to use BTMM template, you understand this approach. You know when to enter this trade to buy or for sell. But to somebody like me on bigger time frame, there's no point to risk. The only thing you can always do is this. Now, in as much we are having a day, we are taking a decision based on what happened another day. You don't need to trade the activity that occur on previous day. If the price is still ranging within the previous day activity, then you need to wait for a new day high or new day low. As it is now, somebody like me now, since the market has not open, I will only mark here and mark here. But instead of you to use daily time frame, instead use a weekly candle information by what? Mark the previous week high and previous week low. Now we are having previous week high around here to around here again, in which somebody like me, I will still mark past week high and low, another one here. Now I just switch to like 4 hour time for 15-minute time frame, and I can't explain how to come about that. Now, if this one is going to buy, probably if price fails to break this support now, you can easily buy all the way from here to here. That is the simple interpretation. But if eventually price break this particular support, then after the breakout again, you wait for the test, then you sell down. It's a very simple setup, not hard. So what I will be doing now is this: it's either I wait for price to come back here, then I will sell all the way from here down. That is the buyer. So another one now is GBP AUD. You can see GBP AUD has similar setup. You can see this one, they are coming back to fill this week candle. Coming back to fill this weekly candle, in which I have the setup before breakout, price breakout. We are waiting for the test, and let's wait for the price to come back here again to go up. Now, then GBP JPY, do you have similar setup GBP JPY? The GBP Now, in the case of GBP JPY, I have another information here. Now, reported, okay, who did I do this analysis for? In case of GBP JPY, as it is now, this one is also ranging. This one might not sell any moment from now, but what you have to print picture out is that for this one to sell, price might come back here again, then sell down again. That's for GBP JPY. I don't even really like the chart, but eventually, let's see. Yeah, if you look at here now, you are using your trend line again, trend line approach. You can see first time the price break here, go up, again break. Is it going to break here? If price fails to break here, now as it reaches, then just know that the next sell that is going to occur is going to sell all the way from here down to here. That is for GBP JPY. Now let's now go to the master of or BTC USD. That's Bitcoin. Now, like I told people that in case of Bitcoin USD, Bitcoin as well always reacts to fundamental analysis. And if you look at Bitcoin now, Bitcoin has been buying for numbers of days now. I will connect from here first. When price range breakout, it still come back. Then here will now be my key level of support. Then I will connect here. This is my target. That is here, because let's mark this one now as a key level of support here again. So I'm still Bitcoin hitting 30k or 28k here. Now, normally I'm expecting Bitcoin to reverse here, but eventually price breakout here again 20k area, in which people still focus around 24 around here. People are still focusing here. But if you are trading, you can see now when price here did this rubbish here to people, then now you might say that this one breakout, there's no. It is possible for price to react to this 25k, but pay attention to this. Now, for price to reverse around that, so as a big thing. To those of you I teach how to trade ranging market, now there are a lot of things you need to put into consideration. Look at here, the price range here, e give us last bullish candle, in which I'm very sure, 100% sure that the market must feel it. Let me change the color for this. Mm, Let me change the color for this. Okay. Now, in which I'm very sure price will feel that zone. Breakout, look at this impulse move, massive drop down. We are expecting price to go back there, but keep rejecting around this one. And this one now, eventually this bullish run that is coming now, it must break here, come here. Even though if the sell want to call, then start selling. Here happen to be accumulation of price fails, in which if price fails to reverse here, there we are having another zone here 40, and we are having the peak for another zone here before the peak formation high 48. But in the normal theory, if you are to calculate this using a trend breakout and retest, if you look at here, this one did a breakout retest going up. Now, if you look at another scenario now, we are expecting a price to react to this one. That's for Bitcoin. But on a monthly time frame, we have additional interpretation on monthly time frame. And the interpretation is this. Let's clear all these charts. I have been focused on this, that is, since the price left this zone now, I'm just expecting Bitcoin to drop below here, we drop below this level. This is our key level of where we pay attention to before, and price break it. Now it's likely for the price to continue or go on. Now this is what we call trap. Is it induction or what they normally call it, that I'm expecting price to react to that demand soon, but what I'm now having now is that instead of price to act to that demand soon, price now refers before demand soon, in which, to those of you who know how to trade, who know how to trade order block, it is called inducement zone. That is inducement. Inducement means that a situation whereby you are expecting price to react to that, to the demand or supply zone, and price fail to refer to that to hit that demand or supply zone before another next action is taken. It is a simply inducement. That is a trap. But if you can try interpret it in a nutshell now, here is not a support, here should be a support, and price go below the support. If you interpret this three candle, you might call it morning star, or is it evening star? From here now you might call it morning star or evening star, whatever method to after the. But do you know that this one now, you might think it will continue buy, which is not like that. Normally you're supposed to continue buying, but no matter how the price buy, you must do a correction. Now let's wait it for when the correction is going to be available before we can trade, but I'm expecting price to come back then. Now in case of Dogecoin, as well, we have that inducement here as well, which I'm expecting Dogecoin to come back around here. But if you look at it, there's nothing, you can't call here a key level of support. Price just respect this one. From this level now, we expect the price to come back to here. From here, I can buy and hold for long. That is for Doge USD. Which let's check Ethereum. In case of Ethereum as well, look at Ethereum. I have marked the level of support there now, and if you still look at here now, Ethereum has hit a resistance zone again. If you check like weekly time frame, I have this setup. I'm saying that I'm expecting so now another resistance here, in which if price fail to break here, this is weekly time frame now. If price fail to break here again now, say we continue. But if price break down soon, Ethereum now going all the way from 1,000 back to 3,000 something. But before that can happen, I'm expecting price to drop below 1,000, which is around 500. When I say it's going to drop, that last time I did this analysis for somebody, I told them that I'm expecting this Ethereum to drop below 1,000. Somebody say it's not possible, and that day, the Ethereum dropped below 800 and something, in which I'm expecting it to come back to as low as $500. Anything can happen, but with clean and clear interpretation here now is this: if you check this properly, you agree with me that all this zone now is a ranging zone. We are waiting for what is going to happen around this zone now. What is likely to happen for technically a weekly time frame? You agree with me now that we have the trend breakout, but no retest yet. Breakout, but no retest yet. Which other coin I can analyze again? Let's check BNB. And this BNB on a monthly chart, if you look at it, that is why I told you, when somebody says something is going to happen or is going to happen, whatever, you don't just say, I'm not sure this thing is going to happen. You can imagine this If this finally fall down to as low as $50 or $20, it will be like magic. And if you look at it, if you look at the chart properly, we have this similar information on Bitcoin. In which from here, if you calculate from here to here, if you use this Fibonacci retracement, here it should be around 61% Fibonacci retracement. And this 52% Fibonacci retracement means that eventually this price is going to go below this level. Now, I don't need to tell you, if you look, let's look at this from here, where price now. Can you see? Which many people say that now the price has reacted to the area in which we are going to buy BNB for long. What really happened here when price drop down here? People believe that from here it's going to default to $1,000 or whatever dollar. Fine, whatever you but people will buy here after the double top, we drop the price. People might look at let's buy from here, it's going to up. People will buy again, they drop the price. Eventually, price is coming down to around here where we have our demand and supply. So anything can happen in this market. This is all these things is going to happen as a result of fundamental news. It take only fundamental news for price to break this support as a break on Bitcoin as well. As we break on Bitcoin as well. Let's see LTC, and this one now. Wow, on monthly time frame, you can see the way the price reacts to this one. The price that fall all the way from four something back, drop down all the way from one time high back to here. I miss this setup. Can this one is this now currently is at $95 all the way from $37. Look at the way the price keep pushing up for the past how many months or 4 months now. But since I have missed it, there's high probability that the price will still come back here 32 or below this one. Because this one now has reached the area in which I'm expecting it to react to. So other block here, we fill the other block, then I started buying. I'm expecting the same thing to happen on Bitcoin. This is not a magic, it's what is likely to happen. The setup is just about less than 90% or 95% valid. I'm not a market maker, but let's follow the behavior of the market maker. Now, which other coins can I analyze as the last one? Let me just quickly analyze um, other than have interest on that as well. You can see other as well have a inducement here, and we are expecting price to come back here monthly time frame here. We have inducement here in which you can see all this one now. Yeah, inducement will come here, but this one now you can see the way price goes. Now this one is for the price drop down, then price come back to the launch price, then go up to 3,000. Now from the same 3,000 it drop down to what? Not up to, okay, you can imagine. No, from $3, sorry, to $3. From $3 it dropped down to cents. Now we are now waiting for what is going to happen all the way from here and here. Let's see what is going to happen 4 hours. And see, look at the way price is ranging. So this is what we mark. The price is ranging. And if you look at it, we are just waiting for breakout, breakout, keep price around this one again. What to do from there, we can now fall. So that is my view for now. I don't have anything to analyze for you. I'm just telling you what kind of pair and cryptocurrency which I'm going to trade for this week. If you still find it difficult to analyze the market properly, I'm telling you again to seek for a mentorship and don't use my own analysis as your own case confirmation before you take any trade. You can as well do your own proper confirmation, background research, do a lot of research before you place any trade, because I'm not even responsible for your loss and I'm not even responsible for your mistake. You can only be responsible and you can only learn from your own mistake as well. Don't be like Uncle Thomas. Learn to be a professional trader, even though if your trading strategy is not up to 95% sure, at least if you are still 70-80% sure, you are a profit maker. You are doing well. Don't always jump from one strategy to another strategy, from one setup to another setup, and keep loading yourself with a lot of information. Eventually all those information will not be useful for you. It will make you a fool, like you don't even know what you are doing in the market. And this market is not a child play. They don't have anything to offer us than to collect from the retailer, that is to collect from those of us who are impatient and give to the patient people. Overall, they don't have anything to offer us than, except if you trade like them, you wait while they wait, you execute while they execute. We have two options in the market: it's either you buy or you sell, it's either you lose or you gain. But the last is like that. We have three options in the market: it's either you buy or you sell, or what you wait. You can never go broke with missing trade, and missing trade is better than losing trade. Learn to trade your setup and learn how to trade properly. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for another setup of studio. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your comment is highly welcome. If you have any other field, I can as well learn from you. We are all the learner. You can teach me, I can teach you. But if you must be somebody who want to teach me, definitely you need to sound well in technical analysis and fundamental analysis. We can share idea and information together. I'm a listener as well. But if you just believe that your own strategy is the best, don't even bother yourself to do what? To send me a message with argument. I don't like argument. So I only trade what I see, because what I see is the only thing that can give me profit, not what other people see in the market. Thank you for watching my video. You are widely welcome, and I wish you profitable trading week to those of you who are